Hi everyone, this is Sylvia. Welcome back to my lifestyle channel. So summer is over, we're well into fall now, and I decided to start a new series that is about how you can look like a hot woman this season. How can you look like a hot woman in fall? So I'm gonna upload several parts to this to keep them relatively short and sweet each time, and I will come up with a few tips about things you can do to look like a hot woman, to feel like a hot woman. I'm going to start today with some makeup things and some hair things. So if you're interested in finding out how you can look like a hot woman this fall, then keep on watching. Okay, so let's start with tip number one, and this is to wear makeup every day. Okay, so to get started, let me say that the tips that I'm going to talk about in this video, they are not just about appealing to the opposite sex or maybe the same sex. It's also, of course, mostly about feeling good about yourself, liking what you see when you look in the mirror and things like that. But yes, of course, it's also a little bit about appealing to the opposite gender or the same gender, like, you know, just looking attractive when you go out. Now, of course, you don't have to wear makeup when you stay home, when you're not going outside. But if you go outside and if you want to look like a super hot woman, then it would really help to do a few makeup things that can highlight your beauty. So this is my very general tip number one, to simply wear makeup every day when you go outside and you want to look and feel like a super hot woman. But to get more into the specifics, we're going to move on to tip number two, which is to always use a foundation as your base. So foundation will, of course, cover up most of the spots and imperfections. If you have a good foundation, it will make your skin look smooth and just give you a very good canvas to work with. So if you don't want to do a whole lot with foundation, you can do something very, very simple. That's what I do on a daily basis. If I don't feel like doing the full-blown makeup, I use something very simple and quick, and I really enjoy using this Dream Cushion foundation. It's a liquid foundation on the go, so you can even throw this in your purse and then just touch up whenever you feel like you need it. This is from Maybelline. I use mine in the color medium beige, which is 45. I absolutely love this foundation, this cushion foundation. So let me show you how it works. You might be familiar with this. It has a little sponge, which is dirty in my case because I've been using it, of course. Then you open up this little cushion foundation. You tap in your sponge. You can use a regular makeup sponge as well. You don't have to use the one that comes with this. And then you just pat it on your skin. You just, spread it out. This is just super quick. It really covers up well. You see how much better my skin already looks with just a little bit of foundation. That took like, what, 1 minute? Perfect. Tip number three is lip gloss. So lip gloss is a must if you want to look like a super hot woman. So you can use a pink, you can use a color that's a little bit darker, but I'll show you. I've been using these two. I have a few more. These are from Fenty Beauty. They are really pretty. Let me see what color they are. This is Taffy Tease, and this is, geez, I can't read it. This is Ruby, I want to say Ruby Milk maybe. I'm gonna go with this darker, the Ruby. And as you can see, a little bit of lip gloss can make your lips look very tempting already. The next tip, which would be, where are we? Tip number 4. so far we've covered tip number 1, always wear makeup. Tip number 2, start with foundation as your base. Tip number 3, wear lip gloss. Tip number 4, now we're moving on to mascara. Use black mascara. That will just really highlight your eyes, your lashes. This is just another product, another item that you really should use if you want to look like a super hot woman. If you really don't want to do much about your makeup, if you don't want to spend too much time getting ready, just use a foundation like the one I just showed you. Add a pop of color with a lip gloss and then apply some mascara. Without mascara, your makeup really looks incomplete. So I always apply mascara. So even if you don't want to use eyeshadow, always use mascara. See what a big difference this makes? This is just one coat. And I'm using the one by Lancome, the one they sent me as my birthday present this past July. It's almost gone, but I love it. It's really nice mascara. I may have to buy the full size. If you hear a baby crying, that's my upstairs neighbors. I think they just had a baby and he cries sometimes. So that was it. Tip number 4, always wear mascara. Tip number 5, I probably should have mentioned as tip number 1 because this actually comes before you put on all your makeup. It's a facial scrub. If you want to make your face glow even more before you apply the makeup, you can use a facial scrub like this one by St. Ives. This is an energizing coconut and coffee scrub. It deeply exfoliates and leaves your skin fresh and glowing. That's what it says. So I use this every morning after I get up. This is how I clean my face in the morning. I use this facial scrub. It gets rid of my dead skin cells, exfoliates, and gives me a good start. So I already used this today. That's probably why I forgot it earlier. Tip number 6 is to use a hand lotion. You always want to have soft and pretty looking hands. I like this by Yes to Coconut. It's ultra hydrating for dry skin. It moisturizes your hands and it's also a cuticle cream. So this is has a really pleasant smell to it. And you should always use a hand cream. In fact, I carry a hand cream in my purse in case I feel like my hands are a little dry. It's just nice to have soft and pretty looking hands and good smelling hands as well. Tip number 7 is to always keep your eyebrows in shape. So maybe you want to have them professionally groomed from time to time. I get mine waxed I would say about once a month or so. And then if I feel like in between my waxing, they get a little messy, I pluck the extra hair. But it's really important to have nicely shaped eyebrows that don't look wild, that are always nicely groomed. You may want to fill them in. Use a spoolie and an eyebrow pencil use the spoolie to brush them in shape. And then just fill in where you think you could use a little bit of filling in, and you could also shape them a little bit and make the tail look a little longer. So, yeah. Okay. And always use a color that's maybe one shade lighter than your actual eyebrow color because you don't want your eyebrows to look super dark once you're done filling them in. Tip number 8, always smell like a flower. You should find a fragrance that really suits you. So mine is by Giorgio Armani, The Sea. I love this scent. I've been using it for years. This is my signature scent. Love it. It just smells good on me. It's just really, it's not too, how do you say, too intense, but it's there. So one tip I have for you guys, if you want to extend the life of your fragrance, is to layer it with a lotion of the same scent. I don't have that. I don't have a lotion with that has the sea scent, but this is a good scent, but definitely find a scent that suits you. So another tip, final tip I have for you guys is that a bottle of perfume or eau de toilette only lasts for about 2 years. You should replace it if it's not completely gone. So I think mine needs to be replaced very soon. So you see there's still a little bit left in here. I try to avoid throwing out good perfume by buying smaller bottles. This just happened to be a fairly large bottle. But just keep that in mind, that you can't have your perfume for like 5 to 10 years or even longer than that. Tip number 9 and 10 are about your hair. So hair is one of the first things that make a good impression in people. So in order to have pretty, beautiful hair, there are various things you should do. So first of all, you should use good hair products for washing your hair, for taking care of your hair. If you have dry hair, you should use some hydrating products. If you have color-treated hair, you should use products that is good for color care, like I do. I use Pureology Professional Color Care. It also hydrates, so I have the conditioner and the shampoo. It is for dry, color-treated hair, and it is vegan, 100% with vegan ingredients. And yeah, I like products that have mostly natural ingredients in them that moisturize my hair, and there are a lot of good products out there, but these are especially good. You should also use a hair mask, at least once a week. That's what I do. And I've been using this one by Mark Anthony, the Grow Long. So this is an anti-breakage mask. It strengthens and protects your hair. It's just really a very pleasant mask. So this is for long hair or for longer hair, for hair that you want to keep long. And this takes me right to my 10th tip I have for you guys. So about the hair length. Of course, this is a personal preference. My personal opinion is that long hair looks hotter than short hair. Yes, I think short hair can look very good on some women. But in general, at least for myself, I feel like long hair looks better. So when I find a woman attractive, she usually has long hair. So long hair is really a must, in my opinion, to look super hot. You can be attractive and cute with short hair, but to be a super hot woman, you should have long hair, at least this length. If you're trying to let your hair grow a little bit, you can always use hair extensions. And one last tip I have about hair is, if you have color-treated hair like I do, make sure that you touch up your roots regularly. You don't want to have outgrown roots. I don't think that's attractive. I know there's been a trend in Hollywood going around that was like this this showing your darker roots kind of trend, where they thought that was fashionable. I never bought into this, but yeah, I would touch up my roots. If you have gray hair, I would touch up my gray. So just keep in mind that all the things I talked about in this short video are things that I personally find hot. It doesn't mean that you have to find hot, and it doesn't mean there aren't other things that you can do to your hair. And maybe you are someone who likes the natural look without makeup, completely without makeup, and you find hot and confident in that kind of look, then that's okay too. And I'm just giving you a few short tips here in these videos that I'm planning on uploading in the coming weeks. To help you, feel better, help you look better. And if you disagree with these tips, that's completely fine. You don't have to do what I do, but again, just wanted to share. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber yet, please click the subscribe button down below. You would really help me out with that. And I hope you will have a wonderful October. I will be back very soon.